So it's going to start with Caden Fagan, but we will see Lawfrey back in there. Play action on first down to the outside, and a first.
Josh Kreutz, the center, number 64, the bell cow of the offensive line.
Play action on second down over the middle. Another catch in the country last year. And they have performed at a very high level early this year. Feeling the pressure, a little bit behind his intent.
Meyer to be a little bit off on the throw. You see the pressure coming here. He knows he's got to get rid of it. He's not going to have a blocker for this guy, but he's just not able to get the accurate throw, and the pressure is what caused that. Good job by Elijah Hardy, number 21, the Will linebacker.
And an early injury utility, but he's not quite Hank Beatty. Yet to run it until now. It's Fagan up the middle, and he bounces off a few in there on third down and 5. Holland's the motion man. Altmaier looks with time. Good protection. Now Altmaier's going to have to make something happen. And he can't get away. Dragged out.
Covered everybody up. And without Beatty in there, you're going to see 4 guys rush. The protection is pretty solid. But Altmaier has nowhere to go with the football, trying to make something happen by extending the play.
From Maryland in the backfield on first down from the 19-yard line. Handoff up the middle, and Hamby explodes. 207 yards, 4 touchdowns. Record-setting performance last week against Indiana State. 3 rusher gets home.
Tackle occupying 2. Watch him occupy these 2, and nobody picks up Lowry coming in on the blitz. The left guard probably should have been available there, Drew Evans. He's helping the center, and nobody accounts for Lowry, and when that pressure comes right up the...
Hamby not going anywhere for Indiana. And Mitch McCarthy got hurt with an undisclosed injury week 1. He's the starter that Cignetti was really excited for, but they've loved what they've seen out of the walk-on Warren. Beatty's dangerous. Already has a punt return touchdown this year. This time, the running back in motion. And they pitch it to him. Valentine looking for some space, and
him going, and D'Angelo Pons, number 5, outstanding cover corner.
2nd and 14. Fagan bounces to the outside. It's a 3rd and 13. Pressure comes. Altmaier steps up with good time. Pumps, delivers, incomplete.
Early zone. And Luke Altmaier read it. He stepped up in the pocket. You see the slip. That enabled Farrell to kind of catch up and get a hand on the football. If the receiver doesn't slip, maybe he keeps separation. As it turns out, another missed opportunity on third down. Good defense.
Second punt return. It's blocked. Got in there in a beat. D'Angelo Pons is going to score. Touchdown Hoosiers.
3 phases. I want you to watch 3 guys here now. Watch these 3 guys, because what's going to happen is this guy's going to bluff, then they're going to double team, and Pons is going to come off the end. And I think it's Tanner Arkin, who is a reliable tight end. One of those 3 personal protectors should have fanned out for D'Angelo Pons, but they occupied the center.
To make plays, take some risk if you know you can make it. Well, Pons certainly subscribed to that on that last block punt and touchdown.
Relearn the defense.
Altmaier's going to keep it himself. Up the middle, he's got plenty of space for the
running the football. And in a game against 2 good defenses, quarterback run can become a factor. Does a nice job of ducking inside of Kellen Wyatt, number 13, getting north and south, protecting the football.
Haven't seen much of Lawfrey yet. Expected a full workload after the injury. Good protection from Valentine. Loaded up over the middle. It's wide open. Colin Dixon is gone. 59-yard touchdown, and what a response.
Well, there's an obvious bust in the coverage. Colin Dixon go. I don't know if he thought a safety would pick him up, but watch, he's going to stop. And Dixon's going to run right by everybody. And Altmaier.
Drive starts from the 25. Play action over the middle. Surratt.
Fernando makes the right read. Watch the line. There's going to block run this way. He's going to see one-on-one with Surratt. It's a big target over the middle and gets him the football. We should also mention, even though Rosiak has been this game, got hurt last week. Not sure when his return will be, but he's a big loss for this Illinois safety, not a linebacker, in calling the defensive.
We're also expecting to see a lot of Tanner Heckel in the role of Xavier Scott.
Far in the early part of the season.
Put him in motion. Mendoza looking that way. Mendoza's going to take off, and he won't get there. Omar Cooper truly was.
We're going to see they put him in motion to try to create separation, make it tougher to press him. He's covered by Caleb Patterson, number 1. And for whatever reason, Mendoza thought he had a better chance of running for the first down. But credit the Illinois defense for getting there quickly. And we talked about Rosiak.
Cooper in motion. Black the running back. Mendoza, handoff. Black up the middle. He's got it. First down, Hoosiers.
He's a wide receiver, but watch him turn back in and get a lead block. Just enough for Black to get the first down. Right there, gets a nice block on Matthew Bailey, the strong safety. And Black able to slip in right beside him.
To keep the crowd involved, and they do on the fourth down pickup. Now Mendoza through the air. Over the middle, there is Cooper. Gets away from one. And another. Cooper inside the 20. Still going. All the
Cooper, and Cooper, yard after the catch, is where he excels.
To the outside. Cooper had 4 touchdowns last week. Looking for his first today. And he's got it. Touchdown, IU. Back-to-back catches. And number 3 has his first.
He's going to get a big block by E.J. Williams, number 7. The transfer from Clemson. He's 6'3", 215 pounds, and he just handles Caleb Patterson. And Cooper able to get the ball across the pylon. Last week, Noah, 270.
See Aiden Loffery out there to run the football for Illinois. It's going to be Fagan on first down. 2 tight end set. Fagan stays in there on 2nd and 7. Altmaier pumps, looking to get away. He won't. He gets...
Well, he's looking to throw to Hudson Clement, number 13. He wasn't open, and he had to pull it down, and by the time he...
Was just an absurdly effective player for this team last year. 3rd and 11. Altmaier feels it again, and he goes down again.
On this one, I mean, you know, Fagan is going to be there to pick him up, and Jones is just going to put a little juke fake on him and run right by him. Goes right around him, and again, inside pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback has no chance. And that's just not a very good job by Fagan.
And they're in danger of falling behind by 2 scores. Clean pocket for Mendoza. He's going to fire down the sideline. A lot of contact and senior and incomplete.
Yeah, it's just 2 guys that are just going to get their legs tied up. He tried to go a little stutter step move, and it didn't fool Torrey Cox. Good position. Both guys have eyes on the quarterback on the football.
After all that, 2nd and 10 from the 48. Black is the back, and he gets down.
Has a nose for the football. Watch him right here. He's going to know where this is going. He's going to beat him to the snap. Just does a great job of feeling this run, slipping inside there, not allowing Drew Evans, the left guard, to get a piece of him, and then meets Black right in the hole for a sure tackle.
A couple of weeks of the regular season in the bowl game, they are just overjoyed to have him back on the field. 3rd down and long. Mendoza gets rid of it. A little too far.
All-out blitz by Illinois. No safety in the middle. You're going to see the pressure come free from this side, and he knows he has to unload it, and he almost gets it to Cooper. Look, no middle safety. It's one-on-one. He's got Cooper with separation, but hard to make an accurate throw under that kind of duress.
Valentine is the back. This drive starts from the 2. They give it to him, and Valentine gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tucker with a sack. Handoff. Valentine gets back to the 1 with a flag. That's key because it would have been a safety if it was in the end zone.
Watch how quick Tyreek Tucker is off the ball. Gets into the backfield, and that draws the holding penalty.
6 TFLs in this first quarter for IU. Arkin in motion. Altmaier on the run. Gets rid of it. And it's caught for the first down. Caden Fagan.
Defense number 4. Both players first of the game. It's 3rd down.
It's Priestley, number 58, who gets called for the hold. Right there, the takedown at the end of the play. Really unnecessary by Priestley. They got the first down.
And they will go and run the play to the outside, well short of the sticks through first quarter. Hemby's his back. Hemby has the rock. And he explodes through the hole.
Trying to change that.
His brother Alberto, one of his backups. The familiarity there certainly helped as Hemby gets stood up after a gain of a yard.
Former Indiana Hoosier quarterback at one time.
3rd and 4. Mendoza, Hemby, first down, and then some. Down the sideline, Roman Hemby, yards after catch for IU.
If there's anything that kind of differentiates Hemby from Kalon Black, this guy has a chance to be more explosive, more of a home run hitter. Very productive as a receiver and a runner when he was at Maryland, and this is just a little short throw. Get it out in space, picks up a nice block from
Mendoza. Now first down from the 24. Quick throw, Cooper gets leveled.
Like Miles Scott came and led with his shoulder. Let's see at the end of the play. Nice catch in traffic.
Personal foul. Targeting defense number 10.
No chance,
Half the
right?
distance to the goal. First down. The play is under review.
Well, let's bring in Terry McCauley. Terry, what'd you see?
Noah, we got a defenseless player. We got him leading with his helmet.
First and goal for Indiana. Black, shimmy shake, and he gets to the
Illinois offense.
Nowakowski in motion. 2nd and goal. Mendoza keeps looking to get to the corner, and he won't. He's tripped.
Nowakowski, number 37. Watch, Nowakowski is normally an excellent lead blocker. Transfer from Wisconsin, and he just kind of gets a bad position on the corner. And Caleb Patterson slips inside of him and makes a tackle on the quarterback. If he gets that block, good chance Mendoza gets to the penalty on the other side by Carter Smith. You can see Stays is all alone. They're running a guy out late, so a little confusion.
In the 11. Mendoza looks, steps into one, end zone, touchdown. E.J. Williams goes up high.
Watch the safety, Resetich. He's going to get too close to the line of scrimmage. And the ball is going to go right over his head. Perfect throw by Mendoza to the tall receiver. E.J. Williams is 6'3", 205 pounds. Throw it to the back. Resetich being in the game. He's right here. Now, Indiana's going to run a crossing route with these two guys, and I think he kind of gets nosy. But the other problem, number 19, Tyson Rooks, is the corner in there. I don't know if he's been in the game yet.
You can see it physically crushing him. Huge drive now for Illinois. Altmaier to the outside. There's a good catch out of the corner. First down from the 37. Up the middle, and Fagan.
Practice, ready to play, and he has not been in the game yet.
He's on the sideline with a helmet. Here's a 2nd and 7, and again, Altmaier.
Oh, he's going to run a little stunt right here. He's going to come inside. He's going to get the initial pressure, and then Landino is going to finish him off. Wheeler kind of forces him out of the pocket and right to his buddy, Mario Landino, for the sack.
Already the 4th sack. Beatty in motion. Altmaier looks. Altmaier steps up, and he's going to run. Altmaier not going to get there.
Be in the playoffs. I definitely think they were, but they have a chance to change that tonight.
Mendoza over the middle. Another catch. This time Surratt bounces off a tackler. Rosiak trying to.
Unlike Luke Altmaier, Fernando Mendoza is in great rhythm right now. Another RPO. So his eyes, look at his eyes. He's reading the linebackers. They come in. Rosiak comes to the line of scrimmage. It opens up a nice throwing lane for Surratt. And this guy is in control.
Felt like his progression has been similar to the quarterbacks they've had in the past, like Curtis Rourke last year. Another one to the outside. Surratt makes a man miss. Here he goes down the sideline. And as he picks up another chunk gain.
Watch, it's a corner blitz. Again, when you're calm, your eyes work better. He saw it, he felt it, he got the ball out right away. And right now, Fernando Mendoza is having the better of it, matching up.
As Smith among active Big Ten wide receivers and explosives over the last 2 seasons. And another
passes that could be runs or they could be passes. And now you're giving the ball to Hemby. And it's the same kind of thing. In this case, he's faking the pass and give the ball to Hemby. And they really kind of have this Illinois. Generally pleased, yeah. Well, no coach likes this. Mental.
A lot against this Indiana team. They could use a big stop here. Mendoza gets rid of it. Nowakowski with a catch. Now he's got a combo in front. Nowakowski, turn on the burners. Goodbye. 43-yard touchdown to the tight end.
Perfect call. Delay tight end screen. He's going to hold and then they're going to release 3 linemen and watch the secondary. They're thinking pass down the field, and all of a sudden you got 3 big red jerseys running down the middle of the field, escorting Nowakowski.
Just playing a flawless game, and he gets it to a security blanket. Nowakowski, the Wisconsin transfer, weaving his way through the 11 times out of 10. First down from the 25. Play action for Altmaier. Quick throw, quick catch, not much
right now in how to slow down this Hoosier offense.
Pitch it. Valentine gets 2.
Down here.
Altmaier. Rush comes. Altmaier trying to get away. He won't.
It's Fisher and it's Kamara. Watch these 2 guys just completely collapse the pocket against the back and the left tackle. And Altmaier has nowhere to go. They overpower those 2 players on their way to the 3 scoring drives.
Nowakowski had the touchdown the last drive in motion here. Handoff Black, stutter step move, gain
passing situation, so they got to maybe throw the ball in run situations and run some in pass situations.
It's going into their first Big Ten game against UCLA, and then they just took off from there. Cooper's back in the game. He's got a catch and a first down.
That's on that time. He felt comfortable with the separation Cooper had. Get him the ball quickly, and an easy conversion on 3rd and short. The team that plays a lot of man coverage in this Illinois defense.
Quick shot outside.
Team has not been able to get anything going in this game so far.
Second down and 4. Run up the middle. Black has some space, and he accelerates into the secondary. Spilled. Trying to calm the crowd down so they can hear this snap. To the outside, it's Cooper again.
Execution all the way across the board.
Hamby's the back. Second down and 2. Up the middle, and Hamby has the first down. Captain, leading tackler coming in. Here's a first down from the 12. Mendoza to the outside. It's caught. 211 yards and 3 touchdowns. Looking for more here. To the end zone, wide open. Waffle House to the house. Elijah Surratt, touchdown.
On a scoring drive. This guy's in man coverage. He's off so far, and he's inside. I mean, this is so easy for Surratt to keep leverage, run the out, and Mendoza throws to a wide open guy. He shouldn't have that wide open of a receiver that close to the goal line. But Tyler Strain, who is the 3rd team nickelback, had no chance on that play. Good read by Mendoza. Good route by Surratt.
And this Illinois side are ready for that half, trying to make some level of adjustment. And this one's almost picked.
The offense. How about this Indiana defense? If you take that long touchdown pass out where there was a bust in coverage and almost another interception, this Illinois offense only has 40 yards in the first half. We watched them last week, now 77 yards against Indiana State, and they've held them to 40 yards of offense so far.
This one is complete. 3. Altmaier, complete. Beatty, first down.
It's part of the game. Last 2 minutes of the half, last 2 minutes of the game.
Pressure comes, feels it, over the middle, another catch and a danger. Lewis Moore here, the free safety, goes down and is slow to get up after this play. Now remember, Moore is currently in a battle with the NCAA for eligibility after he's argued that his junior college years on that new ruling shouldn't count towards his eligibility. So this is the
iPhone 17
at the 44-yard line. Another one over the middle and another completion to Colin Dixon.
Out. 20 seconds left. Clock running now.
Altmaier on first down. This time he finally does have time. Gets out of the pocket, fires downfield, and incomplete. Towards the end zone or tries to get into a closer field goal range. Altmaier with 8 seconds left. Letting it develop. Get it to the outside, and he's just aboard for Illinois. And the kick from Olano. Online, and plenty of distance in that back line as Green Dot is off the field and Miles Scott. Let's see if they have a response. That's a good start for the Illinois defense. Just a couple after that first offensive series has been ahead of schedule every step of the way. Mendoza looking to escape. Last second he finds Surratt. The question is whether the fact for Surratt.
Yeah, it looked like they were faking the screen and going to take a shot down the field. It wasn't there, and a nice little improv job by Mendoza to extend the play. Kind of a funky arm angle, still able to get it out to Surratt for another completion. And
5 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown for Cooper. 6:71 in the score for Surratt. Now Hemby with a couple more tough. Hemby and Black have had a couple of long ones, but more than anything, just consistent up the middle. This time out of the backfield, Hemby shows off the speed and the strength on the end.
This is just good work again. Get the ball to Hemby in space. He's a running back out there with some green grass and shows the power. That's just a nice read by Mendoza.
Mendoza's going to keep this time, and he'll pick up.
Running it, but they've run it well enough to keep this defense off balance.
And they'll run it again here. Black is going to. Cooper in motion. Up the middle, lot of space. Black is gone. Kalon, touchdown. 40-yard sprint to the end zone.
Well, watch Cooper again. He's going to come and get a great block on the end. The guy who was guarding him in man coverage runs right by the play, number 5, and then the safety takes a bad angle. That plays much bigger and much more physical than his frame would suggest.
Aiden Fisher says he thinks that he's 6'3".
Yeah, just reading the quarterback's eyes, and the slant route comes right underneath it. Luke Altmaier not picking him up in his vision. And that
Fagan in there at 2nd down and 10. And again, trying to get back in front of schedule. Screen pass, not much room to work with. This Indiana defense got to get off the field, and they do in time. They bring 4. They get home with 4.
Blandino was one of the guys who came on the field late. Watch him just power right through the middle. Does a great job. Quickness off the ball. Runs right through the right guard, Brandon Henderson.
Crimmins, 6th punt of the night. Brady's going to try to return this one from the 23. Finds a seam. Brady is going to be swarmed. Just
Mendoza will be quarterback for the rest of this game.
I see what you did there. Surratt to the outside, can't spin away.
How much the football IQ of his brother Alberto grew in the 1 year of being here.
Hemby up the middle has the first down. Top of that, it's such a competitive sport, a competitive position in most places. As Omar Cooper makes the catch and gets spun in motion once again. Hemby swallowed up. Bryant got there quick.
Ready for him. Watch Cooper come back, and he's going to try to block 3-on-3 here. And this time, Alec Bryant gets rid of the wide receiver.
That was incredibly accurate. Our stat man to the stars, Tyler Freed. 3rd and 4 for Mendoza, and he's got the angle for the first down.
Yeah, he's just made all good decisions, right? There has not been a lot of pressure. This time Illinois forces him out of the pocket. He doesn't force the issue. He gets
this group, all the returning starters from last year, a team that won 10 games. First down, carry, Hemby, across the 15.
Don't look now, but I think USC is trying to play big boy football.
No doubt.
They visit Illinois next week.
1st and goal after the run.
The sideline, that's what captains do.
Mendoza, handoff, Hemby spins away, and
on the same page with his quarterback, Mendoza.
2nd and goal, Mendoza, end zone, touchdown, too easy. Elijah Surratt has his 2nd. And count them, 5 scores for Fernando.
Blocked man right here. Mendoza knows it, but watch this route by Surratt. Watch him turn Torrey Cox completely out, inside out.
This game against a top 10 team. Again, first real test for Indiana. Kurt Cignetti said they were going to learn a lot about their team. Well,
team players from James Madison came with Coach Cignetti last year. There's still 5 or 6 of them around this year.
And Altmaier throws it away.
Get away from this pressure.
5th different 3rd down of 10+ yards for Illinois. And the pressure got home, batted up and incomplete.
Who got a hand on the football? Watch him, here he is. He's had an active night. They're trying to just throw a quick screen. All right, we can't protect. Let's at least just throw the quick screen. And Landino says, no, not going to let that happen either.
So we'll see how long Fernando Mendoza stays in there. Black with another productive run, and he gains 10. Mendoza keeps this time around the edge. Stays on his feet. And
they've been communicating has not really been working.
2nd and 4. Mendoza looking to get away. He won't. Talked with Aiden Fisher. He brought up as Kellen Wyatt came over from Maryland. Quick catch for Surratt. Good blocking in front. Plenty of yards for the first down.
9 years before he got here, had only 3 winning seasons to win 11 games.
Black the carry and scampers forward.
Has shown the consistency that he lacked a year ago.
First time we're seeing Kobe Martin today. He's got the carry up the middle, surging forward. And he
Signetti, when we talked to him, he seemed very confident about the game today.
Alberto Mendoza's the quarterback. 904 yards, 2 touchdowns against Indiana State. Another handoff, big hole. Kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Kobe Martin. 31 yards on the ground.
Work with the left guard here. It starts as a double team, and then he comes to the second level. This is exactly how you draw it up. Come off to the second level, pick up the linebacker. Your tight end cuts off the end man, and it's a free run to the end zone. Good execution and blocking by the offensive line. And I got to believe that's going to be the last possession for Pat Gleich to look around, even if his team is winning big and seeing a bunch of guys laughing and smiling on the sideline. Wants them locked in for all 60 minutes.
Valentine's going to take it out a few yards deep. And offense still out there for Illinois. They have been shut out in this second half. Pitch to Fagan on the outside. Good blocking in front, lowers the shoulder.
Some positive energy to take into next week.
USC takes on Michigan State in a little over half an hour. That one is caught. And there's no running room in 4. Rush comes. Kamara still in there. Altmaier gets tracked down.
And then gets a hand on the quarterback. Here he is right here. He's going to beat the center. 64 Kreutz gets by him. Gets a hand on the quarterback and doesn't let go.
Right. It is going to be loud. It is going to be energetic. And 2 of the best teams in the country going toe-to-toe. Run to the outside. Kobe Martin takes a pop
for the Ducks, but that will be a real challenge for him going into Happy Valley and playing in the whiteout game.
Martin wiggles free for 10 more. Illinois falls. Will they fall completely out of the top 25 after a performance like this? Will last season's results?
Any of those? He didn't put any of those schedules together. You just got to play who the schedule says you play.
So the outside. And Solomon Van Horst look. We still haven't seen Alberto Mendoza attempt to pass, and we won't here as Van Horst takes it up the middle spot again. Martin stays in there, first down carry, and with good blocking. Faltered early in the year, and now behind against the Baylor team that's had a stellar start at 2-1. Martin stays on his feet. 1st and goal, Indiana.
Carries. He ran for over 100 yards against Indiana State a week ago, and he's just getting work done. Keeps his legs moving, keeps his balance, and adds yards after contact. Again, his role is going to take on a little more prominence.
He had a career-high rushing yards last week at 109. He's up to 89, looking for more, and he's got another touchdown. 2nd of the night for Kobe Martin. And Indiana is up over 60 here at home.
Well, just excellent blocking. Watch left guard block. Left tackle gets to the second level. Tight end cuts off the end man. And running back Kobe Martin just runs right through the gap into the end zone. Just simps that he's got so many veteran guys back, including Luke Altmaier. It wasn't their night in any phase.
7-3 record as a starting quarterback with the Huskies. Has been a nice presence in the quarterback room as he hands off. Valentine will get away for Big 12. We've seen a good one between Miami and Florida as well. Another one to LZ on the outside as they head into now a crucial bounce back over the next couple of weeks. Handoff, and Valentine has the first down.
You know, trust that you still have the right process and the right culture to get this thing back on track.
Hampton unloads, tipped and picked.
Won all of them pretty handily. They're on a bye this week. We'll get a truer test of the Nittany Lions next Saturday for the third year in a row, losing their starting quarterback early. But nonetheless, impressive performance.
Saw that experience come to fruition in that fourth quarter. Delayed handoff, Van Horst up the middle. Another chunk. An elite defense. Corey Heatherman going over to Miami after a couple years in the Big Ten. Mendoza's going to keep it himself this time. Showing off the juke move. But Mendoza got some work, had one carry, didn't throw it. Got to imagine they'll keep it on the ground here, and they do with Van Horst.
That's unheard of as well.
Second down and 7. Martin. Martin already with 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. He'll get what is likely. No, he won't. It's going to be Wilson to keep it. He'll slide down, and that'll do it.